I'm proud of our guys, for fighting against a good bullpen and good pitching here. First half of the game didn't go so well for us, and I thought we hung in there and the at-bats were good, and we put up a couple runs as the game went on. Just we have not gotten our bullpen kind of going to the same extent we probably had it going when we were playing our best ball, a few weeks ago. So I'm optimistic that we'll get the bullpen going in the right direction and throwing up some zeros for us. Just didn't happen tonight.
What did you think of Brandon Young tonight?
It was a little more reminiscent of the outing against the Mets. I thought he threw the ball pretty good right there. Angel Martinez is kind of giving us fits right now in this series, and Angel, we got to get Angel out. He's a good player, but we got to figure out a way to get Angel out and keep traffic off the bases before we get to Jose. But I thought BY threw the ball good. I like the fastball. I like that he went after these guys on the inner half of the plate and attacked them on the inner half. I like to split at certain times, and I thought it was a very positive outing for him.
Obviously, Goodrich gets out of it. Probably the best case scenario you can hope for with bases loaded in that spot. But did you consider maybe leaving Brandon Young in just to see if can he work out of a jam that he created, and as a young starter kind of learns the majors?
Right now we're trying to win every game. So as you see, Jose Ramirez coming up in that spot. With in the scenario that we're in and where that thing's probably going, what we kind of had to do to get through that inning. You got to kind of make a decision and make sure you're putting your best foot forward to try to win the game. And I think there's always a time and a place for that. I don't think it's right now. I think we need to try to win every game.
What was the reasoning for the move with Dylan Carlson?
Tio had some general soreness today, so we were going to stay away from him. Unfortunately, we'd love to have him in there. So we needed to make sure we had another outfielder available tonight, in case another guy kind of goes down. We got to have, major league outfielders out there. So that was the reason.
3 walks for Coby Mayo tonight. Like to see that approach from him, especially having not played so much lately.
Yeah, it's a solid night. Proud of him. 3 knocks and then makes contact there in the 9th off a good closer. Just proud of him. It was a good night. Made plays at first base. I thought that was super positive. So definitely, a small step in the right direction, no doubt for Coby. But I feel like he's been taking a lot of small steps in the right direction, and just optimistic about him. And at some point his time will come and get an opportunity.
Obviously, the trade deadline is coming up, but do you feel like a night like tonight could push for, like you said, a step in the right direction for him to play more down the stretch?
Again, we answered this the other day. When you have major league players or any professional sport, football, basketball, baseball, when you have players having good years that are infirm, you're not going to sit those guys in order to play another guy. So you're going to play your best guy available. That happens in every sport, happens for all 30 teams in the big leagues, and we'll continue to do that.
For just circling back on Tyler O'Neill really quickly, general soreness, is he an IL candidate or too early to tell at that point?
No, I don't think so. I hope not. My expectations will probably see him, facing Allen on Thursday here, get him against that lefty, and hopefully that'll go well.